Relocation to Serbia. You heard right, it's not Lisbon, it's not Spain, it's not Dubai, it's Belgrade, Serbia. It seems that many foreign entrepreneurs, especially from Western Europe and the US, are moving to Serbia. And let me break down why that is so. Let me make something clear. Serbia is not as cheap as it used to be. However, for the price that you pay, you get extreme value, and it's still cheaper than most Western European countries. It's modern, it's developing fast, and it's safer than most people could even imagine. I have lived in cities like London, Rome, even in Zagreb and Ljubljana, and visited an enormous amount of cities. I spent a significant time of my year in Dubai, and I really have to say that Belgrade is for a reason one of my bases. It's very safe, it's very diverse, and there is a lot of multicultural happenings. So let's talk about lifestyle. I'm not talking about a backpacker's lifestyle. I'm talking about really nice, luxurious experiences like fine dining, private clinics, private schools for your children, having an upscale apartment, going to golf clubs, sports, high-end gyms. All of this is very much accessible in Belgrade. And the best part is, it all costs you less than in Munich or London. It's not that cheap, but it's still higher level living at a fraction of the cost it would be in Western Europe. Another important factor which makes this country very attractive are the taxes in Serbia. Serbia has one of the lowest corporate taxes in all of Europe at just 15%. And even the personal income tax, it's between 10 to 20% depending on your income. There is no global income tax, no wealth tax, and you do not trigger tax residency if you do not spend more than 183 days in the country. And the best part is you can own properties here, and you will not pay capital gains tax if you own the property over 10 years. And one very important factor is that Serbia is not in the CRS system, meaning that you can bank here privately. It's not in the common reporting system. Getting residency in Serbia is very straightforward. One of the options that I suggest is by company formation. Foreigners can come as tourists, they incorporate a business, they employ themselves, and everything can be set up and processed within 1.5 to 2 months. There are also other options such as property purchase or employment. However, establishing a company can be the easiest and the most straightforward way, especially if you are a foreign entrepreneur and if you are interested in expanding your business in Serbia. There are also many advantages to doing business in Serbia. The country has 60 plus trade agreements with other countries such as the EU, Russia, China, Turkey, and the workforce here is very skilled and English friendly, so you get a very quality workforce at a fraction of the cost which would be usually in the US or Western Europe. You can start a business in Serbia with a minimum capital of 100 Serbian dinars, which is a little bit less than €1, and set up a company within 2 weeks. So Serbia is very much business friendly, and coming here and starting a business can be very easy and very advantageous depending also on your goals. I see that there is a trend of IT companies, manufacturing, a lot of digital and remote workers coming here, establishing a base, earning Western salaries and living here a very high quality life. There is also a path towards citizenship. When coming here and getting first temporary residency, after a number of years, individuals can obtain permanent residency, and after 3 years of permanent residency, they qualify for citizenship. So the country actually offers a very easy and straightforward path to gaining citizenship within just a couple of years. And for people who establish a home here, this can be a great opportunity because they can also become citizens after a number of years. There are also a lot of perks associated to the Serbian passport. It has access to approximately 135 visa-free or visa-on-arrival destinations, including Russia, China, Japan, Brazil, the UAE, and 90 days visa-free access to the Schengen area. So this is a really good passport, especially if you already have a top-tier passport. The Serbian one can be a good plan B passport. When we talk about the quality of life in Serbia, so it's not as cheap as before. However, you get high quality, still lower than in Western Europe. It's extremely safe here. People can walk in the middle of the night, go through parks, and nothing will happen. I see many foreigners coming here, putting their children into private education institutions, and it's still a lot cheaper than it would be in the UK or in the US. I have many friends who have Serbian roots, and they chose to come back here and to raise their children here. Yes, they are a combination of the Western world and the local culture, so they bring the best of both worlds, and they see their children go to school here, some to public institutions, some to private institutions. But I see that if you choose a private or a public institution, the quality of education is very comparable. It's very good, and children have the option to continue their education and studies in different places, even though going to a university here can also be a very good option, depending on what you study and what your goals in life are. Another great advantage of this country is private medical care. Yes, if you live here, you have access also to the public medical care. However, many foreigners come here for the high quality of private medical institutions, because you get top tier medical care, surgeries, treatments, especially beauty treatments are very popular here, certain types of surgeries. Serbia has really high standards of medical professionals, and I see that many foreigners are coming here, having surgeries and treatments at a fraction of the cost it would be in other Western European countries. So medical care, a very important thing and very attractive in this country. And another thing which I absolutely love about this country is the supportive community. It's the expat communities. We have a lot of Russians, we have a lot of Chinese, also a lot of Turks, but it's also the friendly locals, because making friends here, it's just very effortless and it comes easy. And after a month in Serbia, you can have a ton of friends. Every weekend will be packed with all kinds of activities. You will always be invited somewhere. So the culture and the environment here is very warm and very welcoming, and you will not feel like a stranger. You feel very welcomed and embraced if you move to Serbia. So I know all of this sounds really amazing, but no place is perfect, neither is Serbia, of course. And it's not as modern as Dubai or advantageous, and the taxes are not that low like in Dubai, but they are significantly lower than in most Western countries. So I would say it's not perfect, but it's a good balance of modern and traditional. So it can be a really good place to balance out your business world and your family life and keep you grounded and happy. It combines the best of both worlds. If you're interested in relocating to Serbia or starting a business, feel free to reach out to us, The Passport Investor. We have a legal team and incorporators in Serbia that can help you set up things. Like this video if you like Serbia and if you want to come live here.